Well, a lot of times in the Five Nights at Freddy's games, it's the mechanics and the characters that we find terrifying. The locations that the games take place in have also contributed intensely to the creepy atmosphere of each game that we play through. Not only that, but the history, the lore, the dark secrets attached to these locations is often enough to make your skin crawl. Welcome back, my fellow gamers. This is Top 10 Gaming and I'm your host, Amanda McKnight. Today we will be taking a look at some of the locations that inspired the most fear in us, especially should we ever be forced to visit them in real life, as we count down the top 10 scary FNAF locations. If you love FNAF as much as we do and want to stay in the know on all of our gaming videos, FNAF themed or otherwise, be sure to smash that subscribe and ring our bell so you never miss out on any of our gaming and often scary content. And be sure to stick around to the end of this list where I will have some bonus content coming your way. Alright, let's get counting. Number 10. Dining area. While the whole Freddy's location itself in FNAF 1 is pretty terrifying, it's the atmosphere created by the smaller rooms that help to give the entire restaurant a really eerie and creepy feel. One such location is the dining area. The fully dressed party tables in the completely desolate location are already enough to make a chill creep down your spine. There is something about the currently abandoned dark restaurant which you would normally affiliate with the bright smiles and laughter of children that cuts to the bone. It feels ominous, and while you watch from the safety of your security camera, like you definitely shouldn't be at this place after hours. Even though you should, because it's your job. This room gives you that feeling that someone is creeping up behind you when you gaze at it, reminding you that although you appear alone, you're most certainly not alone in this place. Number 9. The Closet. FNAF 4. In FNAF 4, you had to run around and monitor different locations in your bedroom to avoid getting scared and gobbled up by the Nightmare Fredbear. One of the locations within your room that you have kept an eye on is the closet. Why is this so terrifying? Well, I feel like many children have that natural fear of what could be lurking inside their closet. And I'm an adult now, and yet I still sometimes get that fear. Especially as your closet in the game, like mine currently in my room, is on the opposite wall from your bed, close to the foot of your bed. Not even talking about the fact that there actually could be monsters in this closet. In fact, there likely is. There is just something about a closet being near where my feet are when I sleep that is unsettling. Because you know those monsters are going to drag you by your feet into that closet and probably murder you, right? If they emerge while you slumber. That's just how it goes with closet monsters. Number 8. Backstage. With all the heads on shelves, who wouldn't be terrified by the Backstage location in FNAF 1? Your first playthrough, knowing this is a horror game about animatronics who come to life, will likely make you view this whole setup in complete horror. This is, after all, where the animatronics start out in FNAF 1 before starting to roam around and trying to get into the office so they can kill you. They also have a tendency to get up real close to the camera sometimes in this location, which, as you maybe quickly flip through all the security cams, can catch you off guard and give you a bit of a scare. Number 7. Your own home. While it might not be featured in the games themselves, your home can feel pretty scary as the location that is most likely featured for you in the augmented reality mobile FNAF game Special Delivery. In this game, you take on animatronics who come right into your home to entertain you, bringing Freddy's experience right to your door, or wherever else it is that you dare to play Special Delivery. I would recommend personally playing it in a somewhat dim lit hallway if your phone's camera is good enough. The idea that something could pop up behind me further down the hallway always gets me when I'm playing, making me freak out when an animatronic is sent my way. Also, it's really fun to just spin around in hallways. That's fun. It's scary. Especially if you get an animatronic coming your way from the main cast. In fact, I think this might be one of the rare instances when Freddy appears to be the scariest of them all. I normally don't say that. I don't think Freddy's that scary, but in Special Delivery, it's pretty scary. Number 6. Parts and Service Room. FNAF 2. Another spooky area we are forced to monitor on a regular basis is the Parts and Service Room in FNAF 2. This area is often terrifying in appearance because of how dilapidated it is and how broken down and tattered the animatronics here also appear. The animatronics who have fallen into disrepair often appear here, hence the name Parts and Service. They are really only good for scraps, and you can tell that this makes them more resentful and aggressive than other animatronics. Also, Mangle! Okay, so So when you see Mangle here for the first time, it's just terrifying because it looks like it's just an animatronic head and a mess of wire, and so you get a terrifying closer look when it comes for you in the office in this game. Ugh, Mangle, get out of here. Number 5. The Back Alley, FNAF 6. While we never actually get to properly explore the back alley that appears in Pizzeria Simulator, it is the source of all the damaged and disturbing looking animatronics that we can salvage, and any glimpses we do get of it are terrifying. It's definitely not a place you'd want to wander into alone at night, unless of course you really need to salvage some animatronics for a quick buck, I suppose. We also get another peek at what appears to be the back alley in the FNAF book, The Freddy Files, where we see Scrap Baby's silhouette standing in what seems to be the dim light of that alley, and yikes, that picture itself feels like something out of a nightmare. Number 4. Pirate Cove. Pirate Cove of course is just terrifying because of everyone's favorite and frightening animatronic, Foxy. If it's your first time playing FNAF 1 as well and you haven't watched any videos of it being played, it's likely going to be an even more terrifying location for you if you don't give Foxy the respect he deserves and actually monitor the location properly. When Foxy starts to peek out from behind that curtain, you're likely going to be frightened, and when he comes sprinting out at you that first time, if you're caught unawares, you're going to be more than frightened, you'll be terrified. Number 3. Opening title. I'm not sure if we consider this a location, but it's so frightening that we probably should. In FNAF 7, the VR game Help Wanted, the opening title is just eerie. Now, nothing can happen to you here, you can't get jump scared, but because it's VR and you can turn around feeling like you're actually in a Freddy's location yourself, while giant animatronics loom over the title looking down at you, it's pretty unsettling. The fact that the animatronics' eyes and heads seem to follow your movements, and how real-like in 3D everything looks, makes this one of the most terrifying opening title settings yet for the FNAF franchise. Potentially one of the most opening titles of all time. Number 2. The Scooping Room, FNAF 5. I said scooping really weird there. Scooping room. It's an exciting word to say. One of the most terrifying places in the game is the scooping room, which is one of the areas in Circus Baby's entertainment and rental featured in FNAF 5's sister location. The scooping room isn't just terrifying because it's where you are killed and get scooped, though of course there is also that. It's also just frightening enough when you wake up there the first time, hearing other animatronics be scooped and finding out that Circus Baby has basically kidnapped you and hidden you in an animatronic spring lock suit. You are then forced to fend off Bellora's mini-renas while keeping an eye on the spring locks, so you don't die from the suit's springs and gears getting loose and skewering you. Number 1. The Real Freddys. In 2015, fans found a mysterious set of coordinates in the source code of Scott Cawthon's website. Of course, Scott is often known for hiding lots of little Easter eggs in there, so fans pieced together the coordinates and entered them into Google Maps to see what kind of gem they'd found. The coordinates led them to a pizzeria in Virginia. This led many loyal fans to believe that Scott was trying to hint that this was the pizzeria that inspired FNAF, and maybe even was somehow distantly connected to the events of the games. However, this turned out to be false, and while fans have also found a few pizzerias with Freddy in the name, Scott would later go on to dismiss any connection to any of the speculative real pizzerias, even asking fans to please stop calling any locations that bear similarity to the restaurant franchise featured in the games, as it was disruptive to these legitimate businesses. Still, although this proved to be just a fluke, wouldn't it be scary and cool if there was a real, potentially haunted or dilapidated pizzeria that inspired the games? If there were, that would likely be the most terrifying FNAF location of all, because it would be real. Also, if it was in business, it'd probably be really popular too. Thank you so much for watching. What is your favorite FNAF game thus far? Are you excited for the newest chapter of Five Nights at Freddy's FNAF 8? Which location do you find the most terrifying in the games? Let us know in the comments below. And speaking of comments, it's time to turn to some comments from one of our latest videos, Top 10 Scary FNAF Circus Baby Facts. Dude Imperfect asks, did you guys remember Waluigi's 20th anniversary? Also, Waluigi is taller than Circus Baby. Happy anniversary, Waluigi, my favorite Mario Kart character to play. And what the heck? I had to look this up because, like many who replied to your comment, I was also skeptical of this fact. But yeah, also, how is Waluigi 7 feet and 7 inches and only weighs 120 pounds? That does not sound healthy. I'm worried for you, Waluigi. Shadow Marauder shares, in the books, the pins compress Baby's parts and make her look human. Very creepy. Yikes, that is very creepy. It would be really easy for her to disguise herself then, even when she isn't trying to wear your skin as Ennard. And that's all the time we have for comments today. Be sure to comment below for a chance to have your thoughts and your feels shouted out in a future video. This has been Top 10 Gaming, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight, reminding you to keep on gaming on. Pew pew!